Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again, looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So, yeah, obviously, this woke virus continues to spread, notwithstanding the lessons that, should have been learned by, famously, Bud Light, right? Putting Dylan Mulvany as a spokesperson. This is the dude who, gay guy, minces around in dresses, pretending to be a 17-year-old girl. Well, Bud Light lost millions and millions of dollars, right? Sales went through the floor. Well, now, don't you know, Minnesota Vikings has two males, not men, two males, mincing around, although they're not dressed in skirts, but they may as well be, mincing around with the female cheerleaders doing the exact same routine. It's ridiculous. It's nauseating. And there's a backlash. It is already hitting the streets. People are canceling their season's tickets. They've had enough. At any rate, it's continuing. What's next? Some obese cheerleaders, see if they last the entire game, right? Because carrying a lot of extra weight. It's absolute nonsense. And no, I have nothing against male cheerleaders, properly understood. The Ivy Leagues had male cheerleaders. They would be doing, gymnastic feats, somersaults, that sort of thing, and then lifting these pretty girls up in the air, right? People like that, right? Some people find the skimpy outfits a bit off-putting. I don't, not in the least. Think it's wonderful. When I was a kid, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, every teenage kid that I knew of had posters of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders on their wall. So, good enough. But this, absolute outrageous. Homophobic? Not in the least, right? Not in the least. Canadian military has long had no issues with gays in the military. I remember I was in Afghanistan and there was a soldier, an American soldier, talking to a black woman and some other soldier, a male white soldier, about, gays in the military, destroy the military. I said, well, do you mind if I intervene here? No, said, hey, Canadian military, you're expected to do your job. Gay or straight, doesn't matter. Keep your sexuality out of the workplace. Done. Right? That's my view. And here's the other thing, right? There are homophobic again? No. You can be gay and not be a panty-waisted sissy boy. Douglas Murray, right? Excellent author, The Strange Death of Europe, amongst others. Dave Rubin, podcaster, gay. They're gay and they're a man about it. You can be gay and you can still be a man about it. And why is this important? Why? Because throughout human history, young men have been called to defend their families and to defend their communities. Here's a spear, get to the wall, right? I remember I did a video about this Bill Burr nonsense, right? Oh, no, men have to stop joining the military, say enough to this war, give peace a chance. It's utter nonsense. Adolf Hitler, he didn't give peace a chance, right? Stalin, right? Murdered millions. You might need to defend the walls of your gate, like Israel, right? What if there was no Israeli army? Every man, woman, and child in Israel would have been slaughtered. So, no, it's important. Men need to man up and be men. And the other issue here is these leftists, these woke fascists, they won't let anything alone. They have to destroy absolutely everything. Mark my words, the Minnesota Vikings, they're going to regret this because sales are going to plummet. People are absolutely disgusted with this, as am I. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and attention. Please do drop a thumbs up on the video and get my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. It's not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. This woke ideology, it's coming for you. It's already got your kids if they're in a public school and many of the private schools. So thanks so much for your time and attention, and do check out my other videos in the series. I think you'll be pleased. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.